Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new channel I'm doing. This is the Universe of Disney World from my Instagram page, actually, Universe of Disney World as well. This is brand new to me, so I'm learning. You guys are watching. This is all a new experience to me. So, I am just starting a YouTube channel. I actually put up a poll in my Instagram. I'll leave the link to my Instagram down below, so if you want to follow it, that would be excellent. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe because a lot of content is going to be coming here now in terms of videos and in terms of, more ideas. So, I am going to be doing that. And I am just really blown away on my Instagram of how many people wanted me to do the YouTube, and because I put up the poll and I'm like, okay, if I created a YouTube channel similar to, but not exactly like the Diz Unplugged, because I watch those guys. Those guys are great, and I kind of want to start something like not like a whole website, but kind of a YouTube channel to discuss news. I know there's a lot of Disney news about the parks and about stuff related to the parks, and just talk about anything related to Disney. And that is what I'm going to do with this channel. And the Instagram page is more so just pictures of the parks and just admiring them for that. And I'm not sure where I'm going with the page yet. I know that my follower count is up, so that's great. Like I said, if you are just finding me on YouTube, thank you for giving my video a click. That is absolutely awesome to me. And it's just absolutely incredible that we have this many people in the Disney community. I gotta tell you, I was overwhelmed by the amount of people who were participating in the polls, who were liking the posts and liking the videos, and it's just great. It's really, really great. So today is the first video, and I thought, well, what would be a good video for today? So over on my Instagram for the past like 4 weeks ish, I have been doing, I think five actually, maybe four, I'm not sure, but I have been doing these polls, brackets, if you will, because it's March Madness, everybody's watching basketball. Now, I personally am not a fan of basketball that much, so I'm like, how can I kind of turn this into a fun Disney type of game? And I said, oh, well, how about it's the best attraction at Walt Disney World Resort? And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So basically, to sum it all up, if you see the title of the video, you probably already guess who the winner was. But I'm just going to quickly summarize it for all of you guys that did not find my Instagram or were not participating in it, which is totally okay because you probably didn't even know I existed. So what happened was we had four parks, right? Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom, and then all the rides were grouped into brackets. So Animal Kingdoms went kind of surprising. Its nominee for its best attraction in Animal Kingdom was actually Expedition Everest. It beat over. It actually beat over Flight of Passage. Sorry, having a little brain fart. Beat over Flight of Passage by a lot of votes. Actually, I think it was like, if I can remember correctly, like 7 or 8 votes. So I mean, really surprising there. I thought Flight of Passage definitely had that in the bag, but it did not. And Expedition Everest was ultimately the Animal Kingdom nominee to move on to that semifinal. One park one park ride for each of the parks, and then those four face off to determine what the winner is, who the winner is. So then it was Hollywood Studios. That was another one that kind of surprised me. I gotta say, I was expecting Rise of the Resistance to come in and just absolutely demolish everything. It lost in like the second round. It was really surprising to me, and Tower of Terror won everything. For good reason. Tower of Terror is an excellent themed attraction. I mean, it is up there with Flight of Passage, in my opinion. I think that it is tied, if not the most, other than Rise of the Resistance. Now, I'm not talking about that, but rides pre Rise of the Resistance, because obviously Rise of the Resistance is amazing. But it is really a well themed area. Just the whole lobby, that musky kind of old hotel smell in there. It's just awesome. And the attraction itself is actually great too. I know they're not running the pre-show right now, but that's always great as well. So Hollywood Studios won that bracket as well. And then comes Epcot. I thought Spaceship Earth was gonna win Epcot. I'll be honest with you, and because everybody loves Spaceship Earth, it's a classic Disney dark ride. Soren beat it. Soren beats Spaceship Earth. Obviously, we all know the deal with Soren around the world. It's a little bit flawed when it comes to the screen being curved. When you're on the edges there and everything seems jacked to the left or to the right. And I was super surprised that it beat Spaceship Earth. I was like, because I love Spaceship Earth. I love Soren too. But I will agree with the majority of people that it is not a good ride when you're on the side. But if you're in the middle area, the section B, I think it is, if you're B1, it's an incredible experience. Which I actually, the last time I went, which was in February, I actually had the privilege to go on Soren and get B1. So that was absolutely incredible. It was awesome. But Soren beat Spaceship Earth, and then Test Track beat Soren. So Test Track was the best ride at Epcot. Now at Magic Kingdom, I had to leave some rides out because it's an uneven number of rides for a bracket. So I think that, and by the way, I left out shows. So if you're like saying, what Country Fair Jamboree, tough to be, but no, those were not included. This is strictly like rides, not shows. I guess I should have been more clear about that in the beginning of the video, but everyone on Instagram knew that. And, at Epcot, I had to leave some attractions out. I think I had to leave out one attraction, and I think they chose Journey into Imagination to be left out of the bracket. And we all knew that that wasn't going to get far anyway, because it's crap. But anyways, then Magic Kingdom came, and I had to leave some attractions out again. And I think at the end of the day, if I can remember correctly, Astro Orbiter. No, I honestly, I'm not even going to try. I think it was like 4 attractions that were not included, but they weren't going to win anyway. They just weren't. So I think it was Magic Carpets. I think it was PhilharMagic, the Carousel, and Teacups. I think those were the 4. So everything else participated in it, and whoop-de-doo, Splash Mountain came out on top. And, I was like, well, what would be a great video for my first one on YouTube? And then I was like, okay, let's just do the winner, Splash Mountain. So this isn't going to be like a history lesson of Splash Mountain, so don't worry about that. But Splash Mountain is such a special ride to me in my heart just because of the experiences I've had on it. I know in the past couple months and year, it's raised some eyebrows in terms of its connection to a certain film, Song of the South, which is not currently available to be watched in the U.S. Due to some problematic scenes. And I'm not going to get into that, so don't worry, I'm not getting into it. But I understand it. I love this attraction. I absolutely love it. It's just such a beautiful ride. And, people think you go up and then you come down, and it's so much more than that. And, you go in, all the animals are singing, and, you get all these catchy tunes, How Do You Do, Laughing Place, and obviously Zippity Doo-Dah. And it's just an excellent, excellent attraction. It commits so well to storytelling. And that is the heart of what Disney's all about, is storytelling. And you can get a sense of that story, and you not only get a sense of it, you feel like you're in it. You see all these animatronics around you, and it's just absolutely incredible. And once you're going up that big hill before the big drop, you see that scene to the side with Brer Rabbit tied up on the pole, and you get a glimpse of that hidden Mickey that's in the shape of a rock, and it's just absolutely incredible. Then you obviously go down, and that drop, when you go down, at first it doesn't feel like much, but when you're like 3/4 of the way down, you're like, oh my gosh, I can feel this now. You get soaked. If you're in the first two rows, you get medium wet if you're in the third one, and if you're in the last one, I actually rode the last row the last time I was there, because I went once in the morning and then once at night to see if it was any different in terms of water level, because I know they can control that. And it was just absolutely incredible. It was absolutely incredible. It was just as cool as I remember it. When I remember when I was 8, I went to Splash Mountain with my father, who unfortunately is not with us anymore. But he went with me, and he was like, okay, we're going to Splash Mountain. I looked at him, I was like, excuse me? Like, what are we doing? Because my knowledge of Splash Mountain was 0 to none. And, it just looked like this huge rock that has a huge waterfall, and people are going down it. And then there's just these spikes that are here, the briar patch. And I'm like, no, we're not going on it. That's not what we're going to do. And eventually he convinced me, and, I went on. I was scared for my life. And after I got off of it, I just look at him and I'm just like, that was incredible. Like, that was actually awesome. It's one of my favorites now. And, it's just, I don't go on it every time I'm there, just because I don't feel a need to. And, because if you get the front row in that, you are going to be wet for a while, unless it's like 90 degrees out, but you are going to be wet for a little bit. And I just don't like that feeling of after the ride being wet. And, because during the time it's like, oh, cool, I'm soaked. But after like 20 minutes of that, it kind of gets annoying. So I don't feel a need to go on it as much as I want to, or as because if they lower the water levels a little bit and you didn't get as wet, I know that would ruin the whole point of the ride. It's called Splash Mountain. So honestly, yeah, it's an excellent attraction. I'm gonna give a attraction rating at the end of all these kind of attraction videos I do. So I'm gonna give that to you right now. Out of 10, I'd give Splash Mountain about a 9. It is almost a perfect attraction. It is almost a perfect attraction. I think if it was a perfect attraction, for it to be a 10, maybe add a little bit more interactive queue elements. It's cool, but that outside area when you're in the queue is just kind of boring. You have the music going on, you see the signs, but there's nothing interactive about it. If they added some sort of interactive factor, like what's on the Seven Dwarfs thing, that you get to spin the barrels. Now, obviously, I don't, with COVID. I'm not saying people should touch everything. I'm not saying that, but some sort of interactive element would be awesome for Splash Mountain, and then I think it would be a 10. But for now, I'm giving it a 9. It is absolutely amazing attraction. If you're down there, because I don't live in Florida, but if you are down in Orlando and for vacation, or whether you just go there, hit up Splash Mountain. It is absolutely a wonderful attraction. For people who are scared of it, I would say don't be. I was too, and because that's because I knew nothing about it. But chances are you've seen videos on it, and it is just absolutely incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And once you get off of it, you're gonna be like, that was a fun ride, because you have fear factor, you have excitement, and you have just emotion. And on Splash Mountain, you get all three of those. and it's just storytelling at its finest. It really, really is. It's just amazing attraction. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Absolutely wonderful attraction. Does it deserve the best attraction at Disney in the bracket? Absolutely. All four of those rides deserve the best attraction. Maybe with the exception of Test Track, just because of that braking sequence at the end is not good. But I love Test Track, so that's just my personal opinion. So all four of those rides are definitely worth being the best attractions at Disney World. Maybe not Test Track as much as Expedition Everest, Splash Mountain, or Tower of Terror, but still, all four of those very valiantly fought against other attractions that I thought were gonna beat them. So just goes to show people like different things, and I think that it was a great idea for me to do this. I'm gonna do it again next year. So if you missed out, definitely do it again. Partake in it next year. We're gonna do it again. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this first episode. Splash Mountain, excellent attraction. Gets a 9 from my universe scale. So universe scale says 9. That is a win and thumbs up. So just as a reminder, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. This is episode 1. And then tomorrow, this will probably get released tomorrow. By the time I'm filming this is Monday. So it's probably going to get released on Tuesday. So that meaning Tuesday, tomorrow, I'm going to film another video. And it'll probably be just Tuesday Disney news. We'll just go over news and stuff. It might be a shorter episode, might be a longer episode. We'll see. But I really want to keep these in the lengths between 12 and 20 minutes. I don't want to go over 20 minutes. And I see I'm already at 17. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Excellent episode. First time learning for me. Thank you. If you love Disney World and you want to see more of these talking through things, and if you want to join my team, I need people to have discussions with. So if you are interested in joining the Universe of Disney World team, please go to my Instagram, and then when you click my profile, there's a little thing that says email. Email me, reach out to me, and just say, hey, I'm interested in being on the panel. I'll go through the interview process with you, and we'll get that set up. I can't like make any sort of payment to you for doing so. It'll be morely just you wanting to talk about the parks. But I would highly, recommend it. You get to talk with me, you get to discuss the parks, you get to jump into some debates about some of the park attractions. And if you live in Orlando and you have an annual pass there, or if you can just go there, obviously it would be excellent to have somebody on the ground. So all of that would be excellent. If you're interested in that, like I said, go to my Instagram, click the email, and email me. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. I need everybody to subscribe that views the video. I really do. It would help me tremendously. And vice versa on my Instagram. Give my Instagram a follow, Universe of Disney World. I'm going to put it in the description below. I'm also going to link my YouTube channel on Universe of Disney World Instagram page so people can navigate clearly. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of many. This is not going to go away anytime soon. So thank you very much for watching, and have a magical day.